Yes, everyone, welcome into the Sporty Show. You will know momentarily about what this music means. But first, ladies and gentlemen, Klinton Cod. If this is what you think dancing is...
Listen,
a man possessed.
Michael Jackson got nothing on me. I sweat down. Like, yo. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Y'all doing all right? As usual, it's your boy Klinton Cod. We are live here at the Sporty Show, and we are going to be having a lot of fun. Next to me is the one and only, the bow tie, the red bow tie, Alex Ashmore!
Alex, you're obviously wearing red because Spain are taking on Italy today.
Yes, I mean Spain and of course England. I can't let Gareth Southgate down. Both of them. It's a special day.
You could never. No, you couldn't. We will get into that later on. But guys, yes, Spain are taking on Italy. SportyTV has that match live this evening. But make sure you check out Sporty Live ahead of the match, previewing that match, as well as afterwards for some post-match analysis. In today's show, we are talking all of the games yesterday with Germany winning and Scotland, as well as Spain and Italy, obviously going head-to-head in one of the biggest matches of the tournament. And as Alex mentioned, England are taking on Denmark. Christian Eriksen.
Hey.
It is a packed show, guys. But first, make sure you follow us on all of our socials, please. Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We are here every single day that there is a match. So come with us on our Euro journey because we've been having so much fun. Klinton Cod, we have to show the people something.
Yeah. Let them see my dance. Just let the something be this. Right, so I know some of you will be looking at me like, why is he doing this dance that feels like he's got epilepsy? Yo, it's not epilepsy. We are going to be showing you something crazy. Please drop that video on the screen.
What are your friends?
Don't worry, the big boys are coming. I will stay loyal to you as I am to SportyBet. I will keep you safe and secure like Sporty does my winnings. I will share my booking codes with you and only you. I will... yes. I will be your hero, your true Sporty hero. Selfie with the big boys! Yeah!
Wow, guys, wow,
Come on, man. Look at that. Look at that.
You love to see it.
Listen, that was a very beautiful day. You don't understand. Like, I mean, we don't have enough time for me to brush you in every single detail that happened the day we're doing the shoot. Obviously, we had Militao, we had Brahim, we had Lucas Vasquez, and yo, it was electrifying, especially the party scene. It felt like Militao was drunk and high at the same time. Like, you know, I mean, let me tell you, from the start of it, you would think, okay, what's going on with this? Brahim obviously is a very young guy, but you could tell that he would rather spend more time in the club than play football. Like, you could see that man just want to be young. Like, I love the whole vibe from every single one of them. Militao, from when he first came, he was like, okay, looking at all these guys wearing this African attire, I'm not used to this. Obviously, he's Brazilian. It's like, shit, bro, are we doing some kind of ritual? Why is everyone on red? And next minute, one of the guys from behind, Oscar, I don't know, you know Oscar is Mexican. Oscar, I don't know if he gave him something that, you know, that they transport in Mexico. You know,
It's called tequila, guys.
Is it
Yes,
called
anybody dancing.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know, it was just something that was given to Militao. And boom! Militao just felt something and we were grooving on the dance floor. Like, he was like, You know, man forgot. You know, he forgot he was a player.
Who's a better dancer between you, Brahim Diaz, Lucas Vazquez, and Militao?
Well, I mean, one thing you got to understand is whatever I do, nobody does it better than me, though. Come on, man.
I think I've realized that, Alex. I think it doesn't matter. The answer is always Klinton Cod.
No, I do everything so well that there is nobody that can come like head to head with me. Alex,
Not even Messi.
Alex, the only thing you're better than me right now is just your height. That one is obviously because I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. And if I climb on this chair, I probably will be taller than you. People just don't need to see where my foot are, right?
That's cheap.
But when it comes to it, look at me having fun. Look at me grooving. Oi, you would think I won the lottery, man. Jesus Christ. You would think Militao is about to give me his 2 weeks salary from Real Madrid. My God, like, fam, look how my... But Militao was spectacular, though. Look at how he's done.
Brazilians have something in them.
No.
Genuinely.
They definitely have, like, some legal drugs in them. Fact.
Oh.
Like, you can't tell me otherwise. Like... Militao that day, he was down. Man was I wouldn't say, I'm trying to say who was my favorite on that day. I would say it was probably Militao because Militao was down. Man was, he didn't feel like, yo, I'm a Madrid star. I need to comport myself. I mean, I've been...
He's just a regular guy.
Yeah, he was just having fun with everybody that was there. Like, he didn't care who you are. He didn't care the level of life you've got into. Man was just enjoying himself. Lucas Vazquez, the same thing. Brahim, who's obviously the younger person among all of them, I would believe. Man was just enjoying. I mean, you could see him when we were doing the whole vows, you know, at the wedding. Man was just... that day, he was just laughing. He was cracking us up. He was laughing. Everybody was just having pure fun. And I feel like we should rewind that day one more time, man. Yo! Jesus Christ, man. Damn.
So happy for you. It looked like an absolute blast.
No, trust me, it was. You would think we were all drunk, but trust me, we're only drinking water, for real.
You know, seeing that, I've got a bit of a fever, I think, a Euro fever. You know,
Yeah. Look what he did
It's in my bones.
I love the transition. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have Alex Bagley joining us. Alex, how are we doing? Did you like the commercial?
I am. It's very, very good. The Militao. The question is, and it's in the chat on YouTube, who is the better dancer? Is it Klinton or Militao? I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think, I mean, I think Militao takes it. I'm not going to lie. I think he takes it.
No, Alex,
I think he takes
listen,
it. He takes it. He takes it.
Alex, listen, I have the power to shut you off the show. Do you know that, yeah? In fact, you know what? I'm going to click on that button. Wait, where is it? Yeah, delete Alex. AirPod Alex. Where is it?
No,
AirPod.
it can't happen.
I don't want to mistakenly go shut off the wrong Alex.
No.
You know, we need you more here right now. But the fact that the other AirPod Alex is going against me, I think we need to delete him straight up. Jesus Christ.
Don't say that.
No,
All right, Alex, let's talk some football then, yeah. Germany comfortably beating Hungary yesterday. Takeaways from it.
We all got it right in the end. We all thought it was going to be comfortable. We thought it was going to be 2-0. We thought it was good. You know, I think 3-1 was the best result that Hungary could have hoped for. But yeah, they were very good, Germany. They look very good. They look so far like the best coached team in the tournament, I'd say. They look in control of everything. Look, I think that they're going to be very, very difficult to beat, especially at home. And yeah, yesterday it doesn't change. I think the one thing it does show is that, we'll get on to Scotland later, I think Scotland have a chance. Hungary are not a great team. Even though they did have a couple of chances early on, the second half was really, really poor from them. You're expecting them to come out fighting and try and get something back. But Germany, just too strong. They've got goals from a lot of different places. And that guy on the screen right there, Musiala, he is world-class. He is quality.
Yeah, absolutely. So Germany are through to the next round, and Hungary have one more match, but will be packing their bags, unfortunately. Alex, I think we got this one right, though, in the sense of so far in this group, I think we're all on par.
I think so. I think that Germany team has proven, well, quite a few doubters wrong. You know, you look at that first game against Scotland, they played well, they did what they needed to do, and yesterday, was another test. You know, Hungary did make life difficult for them, but they proved them wrong again. And I think Germany, other than the fact that they haven't played a strong side in this competition, they're the only team that's been consistently performing well at this Euros, and they look strong.
Yeah, they do. Clinton, one of your favorites?
For me, yeah, Germany, they are quite good. But the truth is, I still feel they have not met a proper match.
For sure.
You know, they've met Scotland, they've met Hungary now. And, you know, I'm still waiting for them to meet the likes of, say, England, of which England might not even be a proper match, just looking at what's happening with England. But at least it's something close. Alex, I'm sorry to say that. I mean, actually, both Alexes. Maybe if they meet a team like Spain, Italy, France, thank you. And if they're able to do the same, I would be like, okay, I think this Germany, there's something about them this time. They've come with some kind of Indabuski, Bahosev, Lefasi, Farrell, Gandusa. Like, you know, they may have come with some unusual power from Africa. That means any team that come to them, they crush them. But so far, you know, they've had Scotland. Scotland, like I said, if we put a team together in this office, we will definitely beat Scotland anytime, any day. You know, a Sunday league. But then again, don't get me wrong. I know we're not meant to be speaking about Scotland at this point in time, but watching I mean, we're going to get to that. But Germany just need to find a proper challenge, and that's when they will be able to prove to me that, yo, we are ready for these Euros. We are the host, and we are going to take the title.
Yes, well, it could come in the next round, of course. We have to see how the rest of the matches play out. But Alex Bagley, let's talk about your second nation, if you will. Scotland drawing Switzerland in the end. Jurgen Shaqiri really proving that, you know, no matter how much time goes on, he still has it in him. How are you feeling about the overall performance of Scotland from match day 1 to match day 2?
I mean, a massive improvement. They were awful in that first game, and yesterday they played how we were hoping Scotland would play. They were aggressive. They put it on the Swiss a little bit. They scored a very good goal. I know it was deflected, but the counter-attack was perfect. I think Billy Gilmour adds something to them, a little bit of composure in midfield and can kind of control the game a little bit more and meant that Scotland had a little bit of the ball, which they didn't do against Germany. But yeah, I mean, it gives them a chance going into that last game. And let's be serious. I think Scotland, if they got told going into the Euros, you're going to come down to beating Hungary, and you may get into the round of 16. I think they'd have taken that. I think, you know, in terms of what they could do. So I think, look, it's a good position for them to be in. I think the Swiss will probably be more disappointed after they had a good start and then did that. And the Swiss are probably a little bit nervous with it all now because they've got to play a good Germany team who, you never know, could put out a full-strength team again and could put a few past them. And then you never know whether Scotland could overtake them. I think, you know, Clinton's being harsh on Scotland. They are not the best team, that is definitely for sure. But Hungary are much better. I think they just, you know, they are much better. I think Scotland can definitely beat them. And I think, look, if they didn't make that bad pass yesterday, they win that game 1-0. So I think, look, they had a good performance yesterday. They need to kick on for the next game. And it'd be great to see the Scots into the next round because it's a good travelling fans, and I think it'd be good to see them in the next round.
Yeah, no kidding. The Scottish fans have been turning up for these matches. But Alex, listen, Scotland are in third in this group with a point. Switzerland, are above them with 4 points. Now, as Alex mentioned, Scotland have to play Hungary, which they're likely to get a point, maybe at least. And obviously, they're going for the win there. But their goal differential is shocking right now.
It is, but I think when you look at the group, as Alex said, the pressure is on Switzerland in this case. They're playing Germany in their last game. That is the toughest fixture in the group. Scotland have got to beat Hungary to stay within a chance of qualifying for the knockout stages, and I think they can get a result. They'll be motivated from that performance last night, and I think they've shown the signs that we hoped they could show. You know, I thought coming into the Germany game that they would be better and they would show that tenacity, that Scottish fire that we know they have. And no, I think the pressure's all on Switzerland now, and I could see Scotland just pipping them maybe.
Just looking at the table here, though, if Scotland win and Switzerland lose, they're both at 4 points. Their head-to-head is equal. So does it not come down to goal differential?
Yeah, so I think that's where, obviously...
So you think Scotland are going to...
No, I think Scotland will qualify, but I think the pressure is on Switzerland. You know, if they don't get a result against Germany, they obviously, Scotland probably won't put 4 or 5 past Hungary. But I think
they'll get a third-place qualification?
I think Scotland are nailed on for that third place. I'm confident they can get a result over Hungary, but I think Switzerland will be a little bit worried because if they get beat badly by Germany, suddenly that goal differential, it comes together. So I think that I think Scotland can do it.
Well, I got to ask Klinton this question because Alex is thinking Scotland are going to qualify as a third-place position. But we have the likes of Group E, the group of death, with, Croatia clinging on for dear life. Obviously, England's group, we've seen performances from Slovenia and Serbia, Denmark as well. You have Austria, Poland, France, and Netherlands. I mean, every group, I can go through every group, but every group has been very open and very interesting and not what we expected. But the one thing we've kind of seen is Scotland's performance their performance last night was better than match day one. But is it good enough, Klinton, to be one of the best four in third place after, seeing every team play so far?
Well, I mean, first of all, the game from Scotland, their first, match day 1.1, I will call it now, because they were the first on the first day, and that was what we classify as day one. They were really rubbish. Sorry guys, for those of you that don't know who I am on this place, I'm basically the unprofessional guy. So if you play rubbish, I'll tell you are playing shit and rubbish. If you play well, I will tell you you're very excellent. The first game in the match day 1.1, Scotland, they were as good as rubbish. Now, the second day, which was yesterday, I was very amazed. I was surprised. I was like, where was the Scotland when Germany came to face them? Was it the whole thing of it was match day one and they were not ready enough, or they were not expecting what they found from or what they saw from Germany, and the performance was not the best. Now, yesterday, I felt like they put up a proper fight and they played extremely well. I mean, they had a couple of misplaced passes here and there, and as a matter of fact, that's what costed them the 3 points yesterday. So now the question is, they've had two games. One was super rubbish, and one was, in my definition, it was excellent. I can't really fault them apart from the wrong passes that they had that costed them the win. Now, which part of them is going to come on the third match? That is the question. And the people they are facing, are they the kind of people that will just sleep on Scotland playing out the game and winning? That is the question we do not understand. Now, so far in the whole tournament, there's no team that has been as low as Scotland, judging from the first game. Right. Second game, they were good. Are they going to give the same performance they've had from the last game to go on to the next one? That is the question. And like we would always say, we do not know. Every single team come with a different aura. They come with different players. They come with different styles. So what was Scotland likely to face in their next game? That is what we would never know. And until then, let's see.
Let's see. All right, the final match of yesterday was a bit of an odd one. Albania and Croatia drawing 2-2, with Albania going up early on, 11 minutes in, scoring against Croatia. Croatia do equalize it, but then Albania unlucky with an own goal for Croatia, obviously, and then eventually drew it in the 95th minute, I believe. Alex Bagley, if Croatia manages to go through after what you've seen from them, do you think it's deserved?
I think you'd be wanting to get them in the next round. If you're in England or if you're a Spain, Croatia would be a team you'd want to play at the minute. They look slow. They don't look that organised. They look a bit all over the place, to be honest. I think Albania I think I'd rather play Croatia than Albania. Albania looked aggressive. They were, again, a tough team to play against, whereas Croatia just don't look that good at this moment in time. I think the midfield looks slow. They don't have any pace going forward. I think that's the big thing as well. They can't play that ball over the top. They can't control the game in that way straight at all. And teams are too good for you to just put load long balls into the box. You need a little bit of pace in that team. They had a good start to the second half. I think the changes made a big difference. They made at half time. But look, I still think you'd fancy beating Croatia, whoever you are. And yeah, I don't really think it'd be deserved. But again, they're playing. It's a tough one. It depends on this result tonight, Spain, Italy. If Spain win or if either team win, then they'll probably rest some team, and that might put someone in an advantage for the next game. But if not, I think both. If it's a draw tonight, Italy and Spain will put full strength team out, and I could see it being both those teams losing the last day and it coming down to goal difference, and they'll probably go out with a point each because it all depends on this result tonight. But yeah, I definitely don't think Croatia deserves to go through at this moment in time.
Yeah, talk about falling really from the top there after what we've seen in the past few tournaments from Croatia. Age is really a factor. But Alex, let's talk a little bit about Albania, because we've seen them score early against the earliest goal, in fact, in the tournament still. against Italy. We know a very defensive team historically. And then, of course, scoring 2 against Croatia and 1 against themselves. I mean, this for them is, like, they are, I think, really one of the shocks of the tournament thus far. Early days, of course, but it's been impressive.
It has. And they, like you said, they are one of the surprise packages of this tournament. I guess, you put them at the same level with Croatia in terms of, their hopes of qualifying for the next round. But I think I've been far more impressed by Albania. Their fight, their tenacity, their ability to stay in games. Obviously, I think Croatia, it was their fault that they didn't win yesterday. I think they should have won that game. But, Albania have showed the fight that I didn't give them a chance. I don't think many people gave them a chance, but they've showed that they can play well against the best teams. I expected a lot more from Croatia, but, if a result goes well for them on the final day, who knows? But I think it might just be a little bit too far for them to qualify for that knockout stages.
Yeah. Klinton, between Croatia and Albania right now, if one of those two are meant to be going through as a third-place team, let's say, who are you leaning towards?
Everyone has said it. I would literally lean towards Albania. Fact is, Croatia, they've not given me the game I wanted to see them display on the pitch this time around. It's quite sad to know what their midfield looks like. I know you've mentioned age being a factor. But then again, if we're going to go by age, I mean, we've seen the likes of Toni Kroos in Germany still displaying at that age. I would have expected Luka Modric to take on what we've seen in the likes of Toni Kroos. And if you have Kovacic, who is also somebody with a very vast experience when it comes to performing in really big teams. He's played for Chelsea. He's done, I would classify him as a very matured player for Chelsea. He's gone to Manchester City. The few times he's been on the pitch, he's also played like that person who has the experience. So I would have thought that having Luka Modric and Kovacic on the same midfield, they should be able to pull out something. But watching Croatia play and looking at the performance, it's quite shocking to see that they are not giving you, or they're not giving us the kind of game we wish they would display. And you've seen Albania. These people are ruthless. Albania, these guys, they are like Vikings. These people, they feel like they come on the pitch with axes and swords, and they are coming to chop legs off. They know that they just want a win. And like you said, they had a game where they had the fastest goal so far in the tournament. That's to tell you how hungry they are for this. So where my heart is leaning towards, definitely Albania.
I think that second goal for Albania epitomises Croatia this tournament. Leaving a player so open like that in the box when, it's seconds to go to clinch your first win of the tournament and to keep your hopes of qualifying alive, and there's not a defender within 3 yards of him. That is shocking at amateur level, let alone professional level. Yeah. And if I was the manager, I'd be asking serious questions of that defence, because you just can't be doing that at this level.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, as Alex Bagley mentioned, it does come down to a certain match this evening. As I mentioned, the marquee matchup of today, Spain and Italy. This one, I think, is going to be the big one so far in this tournament. This is a historic rivalry, and I'd like to welcome a few guests to the show. We have Atier Jimenez, our Spanish football expert, as well as Aurora De Biasi, our Italian football expert. Guys, it's such a pleasure to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, as I mentioned, this one I feel like hits everyone close to the heart. We remember not long ago the Spanish fans, a certain Jorginho hammering a penalty and sending Spain home last time round. But it wasn't long ago in 2012 when Spain absolutely demolished Italy in the final. So, Aurora, I will start with you. How are the feelings right now for Italian fans and the Italian squad going to play such a big team in Spain?
I think that for sure this is the most weighted match of this group stage, at least. And Italy, I think that after the game that we had with Albania, we have a really good vibes, a really good sensation, because we had received a really bad goal in the first minute, but then we managed as a team to go through and to overcome this obstacle. We might not have the individual quality that Spain has, but I think that if we play as we play with Albania, having possession of the game, the ball, try to go in the other side of the pitch and play as a team, we could do pretty well this evening.
Absolutely. And at the end, I mean, an issue that the Spanish have faced for so long is they always have possession of the ball, but it's creating those chances. Now, it seems like finally there might be a bit of a shift with players like Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams playing on the wing, opening up that pitch, creating a lot more chances for Spain. And with a team like Italy, who we know loves to just let the other team have the ball, very defensive, and they're going to play the counter. How are two players like Lamine and Nico going to help Spain here?
Oh, definitely. They're going to have a massive impact in the game. I mean, Lamine is just such a character of his own. He's a tremendous player that's going to impact the game heavily. But I'd keep my eyes also on the replacements in the second half, coming probably from Oyarzabal or players of such talent as well as Dani Olmo. They didn't have such an impact in the first game, but they will impact the game heavily, I think. We'll see if Luis de la Fuente makes changes to that starting 11 that we saw in the first game against Croatia. That first half was absolutely marvellous. They wondered everyone at the stadium, I think, with a tremendous performance. And I think Nico Williams is also a very talented player to keep an eye on, of course.
Yeah, no kidding. The youngsters in Spain are absolutely brilliant. Alex, what are you looking forward to in this match, specifically like the head-to-head? Which two players are you really excited to see?
I mean, it's difficult to pick out one-on-one. It's, you know, there's so much talent on both teams. And I think when I look at this match, this is the most anticipated game of the whole group stage. I think we've talked about it. We know the quality of both sides have. I think when I think back to that Spain performance against Croatia, I was very impressed with it. But perhaps now that we've seen how this Croatia side has performed, their quality being not as much as we expected them to be, I think this will be the first proper test for that Spain side. And can they produce under pressure when they need to get a result? Because if they win, both sides qualify to the knockout stages if they win this game. So this is the pressure moment. These are the moments that make players that, you know, players, they differentiate themselves from big-time players to games that make players that don't really perform on the big stage. So obviously I look at Lamine Yamal. Can he do it on the big stage? Yes. This is probably the pinnacle, you know, when it comes to international football. When you think of major tournaments, it's the World Cup, it's the Euros. And if he can perform on his day, I think he'll make life really difficult for Italy.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I was literally just going to go to Aurora. Aurora, sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name in advance. Please forgive me. I am Nigerian, and
okay.
you know,
no
Nigeria.
problem.
Yeah, okay, lovely. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I was just going to ask you, obviously, as an Italian, right? You look at the Spanish team. Which player would you think it's the most dangerous person that you? Let's say if you were a coach, who would you be saying, "Yo, please, I need all of you to just be very careful about this person. This is the person who's likely to make us go home crying this evening." Who would this person be to you?
I think we should be very focused on Lamine Yamal. He's a really good player, new, fresh, very young, very fast. So we saw also with Croatia, he could really create dangerous situation. And for Italy, we have to be very focused on not making mistakes as we made with in the previous game. So I will say him. Probably Dani Carvajal. Maybe in the corner and in that position could be very dangerous as well.
No, thank you. I mean, it's actually crazy thinking about the fact that this is a 16-year. Is this
He's still 16, guys. I've been telling you, he is the one.
It's crazy when you think about the fact that it's a 16-year-old that people are really worried about. You know, they feel like if there's going to be any kind of dangerous stuff, it's probably going to come from Miami. And I love the fact that he's also mentioned Dani Carvajal as well, who is probably one of the most experienced and dangerous defenders, you know, both in Real Madrid and also in Spain. I mean, he's he's had a goal already for Spain, right?
It makes me feel quite self-conscious, actually. At 16, I was just potting around in my little village in England. This guy's playing on the biggest stage for Spain.
He's the youngest player to debut in this tournament.
He is
The youngest player to debut in Champions League, the youngest player to debut in La Liga.
He's arguably the hottest talent in world football right now.
Absolutely.
And, you know, he's fantastic. And, you know, I obviously want to see him go from strength to strength.
Yeah, but then, sorry, Aurora, I've given you the question, but I'm literally going to switch the question to Asia as well. Asia, so now you look at the Italian team too. Who would you know, same thing if you were a coach? I mean, you obviously look like a coach already. I mean, you feel like you should be coaching some under 16 somewhere. Who would you be very cautious about?
To be honest, I'm a bit conscious about plenty of players in Italy because the Italy squad, it's not as strong as it was when they won the Euros back 4 years ago. But I would say that Fede Chiesa is probably the biggest talent they have in that team, alongside with Jorginho and Scamacca, of course, which is a player that has had 12 goals this season in the Serie A, a player that has not proven to be as deadly as he once promised to be, but certainly he's one to look out for Nacho and for Robin Lenormand.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
Probably the biggest issue for Italy is the goals. Scamacca, can he find his goal-scoring form? You know, didn't quite live up to the expectations against Albania. Italy obviously have the quality. Barella can score goals, but you need an out-and-out striker that's going to win you games. And Scamacca, can he do it? That's the big question for me.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to ask that question to Aurora. Do you expect Scamacca to start after, obviously, not the best start for Italy, but as Athier mentioned, a massive, massive season for Atalanta?
Yeah, he was really good with Atalanta. He scored 19 goals, but he haven't yet find a goal with Italy. I think the Spalletti might give him another opportunity to prove himself. We have also Raspadori, but I think that he will go with Scamacca, and we will be probably rely on Chiesa. Of course, as he said, he's a really good talent. Barella, he proved that he can score pretty good goals, so we'll see.
Yeah. I want to ask you guys, I don't know if you guys, I think you both have now, but Athier and Aurora, have you guys seen what's happening in Rome on the Spanish steps? Because the disrespect...
No.
They have brought, I don't know if we have the footage, if we can show these guys, but they've brought a massive, massive Azzurri jersey in the classic blue, and they draped it over the Spanish steps in Roma, and it looks, I mean, to be fair, it is absolutely brilliant. Here you go. I mean, it's really just a show here. I mean, Italian culture with football is something so special, but of course, as a Spanish fan, this is something very interesting, but... You have to love to see this kind of stuff. No, exactly. Like, I think it's... I've never seen something like this in football, really. It's really special. Yeah.
Sorry, from all the games played so far in the Euros, would you guys think this is probably going to be the biggest clash in...
This is the most exciting. I think this is where the first time we've seen two top teams face off against each other. We've seen teams like Germany, they've shown their ability, but they haven't, like you've said, they haven't faced quality opposition. Yeah. Spain are brilliant, Italy are brilliant. They both have talented players, and I think all eyes will be on this game tonight, and hopefully we get some goals. And you know, I for one would love an end-to-end game.
Would you have any level of doubt to think that maybe it might even be the opposite? Because you've seen situations where, I mean, even in the league football, right? You see a clash of two really massive opponents that you will feel like, right, today I'm going to fast, I'm not going to eat. Or even if you're going to eat, you will make sure it's a very good meal with a couple of gin tonic, you know, right in front of you. Thank you. Like, you want to enjoy yourself. And then the game starts, the first half an hour, 45 minutes gone in, you've not seen nothing. I mean, do you not think that it might be... I guess this is one of the things we would never know. But then for Spain, Italy, though, Sarah, what do you think?
I mean, this is something we've seen before, and this is kind of what I was referencing when speaking to Athier earlier, is that Spain... has been this team that focuses so much on possession and passing, and they haven't been able to break through with their chances. And playing a team like Italy, who love that, because they're going to say, do what you got to do. I'm going to let you play around. And in the moment that we see we can take advantage, boom, yes, down the line. And it's going to be dangerous for Spain. And not to mention, actually, can we ask about the keeper, please, to Atier? Unai Simon, is he getting the start? Because, there's a bit of controversy with him. Obviously, he saved a penalty match day 1, but he nearly costed a penalty to Spain as well.
I mean, I think there's a saying here in Spain, well, not as much as a saying, but a feeling that we have as fans that Unai Simon always has that one mistake in a big tournament. And I think that's already out of the situation.
I hope you're right.
He's got it out of his system.
I think so. I mean, I was commenting it with some mates here in the newsroom. I think that he's going to be our number 1 choice in goal. But if it's not, and then it's David Raya or Alex Remiro, I'm covered. I'm pretty sure that we're covered as a team and as a nation.
Asier, if I can, do you think David Raya has the quality to be able to produce on the big stage? We've seen him do well for Arsenal. As a goalkeeper, when you put it down on paper, if you're the coach, ignoring that first game, who do you think is the better goalkeeper?
To be honest, David Raya is a great keeper, but I wouldn't trust him to be the first choice keeper. I would much rather trust Alex Remiro. He would be my first choice, even if Unai Simon is in there. But I'm not the national coach, so I have to make do with what Luis de la Fuente
You will
thinks,
get there. You will get there. I trust you on that one.
Thank you, Clinton.
Aurora, let me ask you what you think your prediction is for this match. As Klinton mentioned, maybe it might not be as many goals as people think, and it could be a low-scoring affair.
Actually, of course, as Italian, I hope that Italy will win, but I will go with a draw, maybe 1-1.
Yeah, low scoring. Okay, and Atier, let me ask you the same question.
Yeah, I'm not expecting goals galore in this one. I'm expecting a very, very close game with very, very little chances, with both defenses working as much as they can to prevent the other teams to harm them. And to be honest, it's going to be a tight game. I'm not expecting a great display from any of the sides that's going to overshadow the other,
So what's your scoreline?
My score,
You can't escape the question, sorry.
1-1.
We want an answer, Asier.
It's very tough, but 1-1. I think it's a fair choice. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so we have 2 draws from both Atier and Aurora. Alex, your prediction?
I've gone for a draw as well, but slightly more exciting one. I've gone for 2-2.
A 2-2 is an insane game. You know it's just going to be fireworks if it's 2-2. Klinton Cod?
I believe mine was still a draw, if I can still recall what I said. I think I went as a 1-1 or a 2-2. I can't remember now. But yeah.
All right, I think, in this moment, what are you feeling?
I think in this moment, I am thinking I'm leaning towards a 1-1, if you ask me.
So everyone's going for a draw.
Yeah, but then again, I'm hoping that we're all wrong. I'm hoping to see like a 5-2, like a 5-1 or 4-0.
5-2, we're having heart attacks.
Because at the end of the day, in games like this, there's nothing as beautiful as seeing a shocker. Does that make sense? Like, we want to go into the game thinking, because the one thing I would not love is to watch a whole game and then it's in 0-0 scoreline or 1-1.
Yeah.
It would just feel like, both teams were good. Then again, it was just boring, right? We need that shocker, and I'm hoping that is what is going to be tonight.
I think so. Alex Bagley, what is your prediction for this evening?
I have gone for a 2-1 win to Spain. I think they've just got a little bit too much quality for Italy. I think I'm gonna go for Spain. I think they're just gonna edge them out. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a close game, and yeah, I'm not expecting a lot of goals in this one. But yeah, 2-1 to
Any
2-1
standout
to
player for you that you're looking at either Spain or Italy or both?
Not standout, but I think the key to Spain is finishing the chances. So if we have the Morata of the first game, then all will be well. But I think that it's all going to come down to who can take the chances. But yeah, Fabian Ruiz was so good in that first game. I think if he has another game like that, they'll be difficult to beat Spain.
Yeah, he was absolutely brilliant. I've also gone with a 2-1 draw to the Spanish. I do think it could be a last-minute Alvaro Morata goal that you wouldn't expect, but it's going to come out of nowhere.
Asier, I don't know if is that how you pronounce the name?
Asier.
Sorry, I mean, everybody thinks Morata is going to do something, but Aurora, I will be very honest with you because for some reason I think I'm leaning towards the Italian side. Morata's goal, I see it from now in the future. Is going to be an offside. Obviously, that's what he does best. Okay, so don't worry. If they say Morata is going to give you a goal, it's going to be a cancelled goal. Watch out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'll have a few offsides, but he'll manage to get back in the net. Let's see.
You know.
All right, guys. Well, Asier and Aurora, gracias and gracia mille. Guys, enjoy the match tonight. I know it's going to be difficult for all of us, but let's hope for some good football.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
See.
Cheers.
All right, bye guys.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
All right. Well, I'm sweating just thinking about that match. Let's get the Alexes to start sweating. England and Serbia are also kicking off today, this evening, I believe, as well. Alex Bagley, how are we feeling going into this match?
Not the most confident, but I'm never confident in them at all.
Wonderful.
I think the still lacking of a left full-back is not good for England. The fact Trippier might have been injured after that first game, there's doubts over that. I'm a little bit nervous. Denmark are a good team, and as a United fan, I know how good Rasmus Højlund is, so I'm worried about what they can do to us. But yeah, I'm hopeful. My big hope is that Gareth Southgate plays a midfielder rather than a lad from Liverpool who spams crosses into the box as much as he can, and plays Kobbie Mainoo, even Adam Wharton in midfield. And we actually have a bit of control in this game, which I think we were lacking massively in the last game. I think that, Phil Foden, I think, deserves to stay in the team. I think he's got that quality to keep going and the likes of Harry Kane and Saka to stay where they are. But put a midfielder in, put Kobbie Mainoo in, have a bit of control, and I think we'll be all right in this game. But yeah, if not, if it goes back and forth like the Serbia game, I think, look, they've got more quality than Denmark, and I think they can definitely punish England if they don't get that sorted.
Alex, just a quick question here. Now, obviously, you've just mentioned that you would love to still see Phil Foden in the team. But would you, if you were the coach, would you still want him to play from the left side of the pitch, or would you want him to play his natural position where he's always functioned better in Manchester City?
I don't know. I think that it's more of giving him a free roll. I think the big thing is that, having no left back means that if we have Phil Foden cutting inside, we have Trippier cutting inside, we have no width. But I still think get him in the team. I think he's a quality footballer. I think that the big problem in that last game was we didn't have the balance of midfield to allow him and Bellingham to float around and do what they need to do. I think that, I think they need to leave him where he is. He needs to kind of get used to that. If he's going to be in this team, that's where he's going to be. Because I think that if you changed him out, if you put in someone like an Anthony Gordon, then I think you kind of need to balance it on the right-hand side and play someone like a Cole Palmer or a Cole Palmer to kind of balance the team out a little bit. I don't think you're going to start with two out-and-out wingers. I think he wants someone that's going to drift in. So I think if Foden's not going to be that one, he'll start Cole Palmer and do that. But yeah, I think leave him as he is and get used to it and put a midfielder in and get someone to pass him the ball instead of, that's the big thing for me.
You know, just listening to what Alex has said, me as a coach, I feel you've seen how inactive he was in the last game. And I don't know why are people scared of embracing change? If it doesn't work, you change something else, right? You have the Cole Palmer. Phil Foden, if I was the coach, I would not play Phil Foden there because clearly he does nothing there. And if you have the likes of Trippier, who may not be the best left back for England currently, maybe you have even better players who are just not in the team or, this for one reason or the other, they are not there right now. But Foden on the left wing, I just think, that this is not the time where they want to experiment by saying, okay, he's not done it before, let's give him the time. No, this is not the time. Well, yeah, they have a 3 points, fine. They are slightly comfortable, right? But this game, they want to go in extremely comfortable, knowing that this is a win, right? Denmark is not Serbia, right? This is Denmark. You have a very good midfield. You have obviously Eriksen, who's currently on fire, right?
Andreas Christensen has had a season for Barcelona.
Well, exactly. So if I was Gary Southgate, yeah, I would not take the risk I had before. That win to me was luck. It wasn't a win because, I mean, Alex went to the stadium and he wasn't even impressed by the performance at all. So if you, as a fan who's a fan of England and who's also from England, a diehard fan of, because for you to actually travel to the country to watch this game, it means you have 2 British passports in case you miss one. Facts, like you are that crazy of a fan, right? So if you as a coach, you've seen that Foden was as good as inactive. Like I did not see him in the last game. Why would you want to repeat the same thing for a team that could or is likely to beat you? Having just Bellingham doing the last game, I saw Bellingham working really hard. I'm not going to lie, you had Bukayo Saka doing the job that he's also done for Arsenal, played really well. But you need that 2 exceptional wingers who are going to be bringing in the pressure from both sides, not just one person doing it. You are going to be facing a stronger team this time around, and any slight mistake, you're dropping points straight up. So, I don't know.
Alex, do you agree with that take from Klinton? Would you, if you were Gareth Southgate, start Phil Foden?
I think it's difficult. Obviously, you're right, Klinton, now is probably not the best time to change things, but if there is a time at a major competition to change things, it's in the group stage. Before you face up against the teams like France, Germany, Netherlands, Spain, the higher quality teams in the competition. I think the big thing for me, for England, is the problems against Serbia. For me, the biggest one was the link between defence and attack. The midfield, I don't think linked up well enough, and Alex mentioned it. I don't think Trent should start, and I would like to see Declan Rice in a slightly more further forward role. I think England shouldn't be afraid. The quality on paper, England should be beating Denmark comfortably. Should. But when we play against Serbia, we're maybe a little bit in our shell. Declan Rice was playing as more of a 6. We know he can play further forward. We know his qualities, the balls that he can play when he's looking towards the attack. And I think that was something Harry Kane struggled with. He was without service. He felt a bit isolated up top. And for me, I would bring Phil Foden out. Whether you want to play as more of a, you can put him in a central role. But I think, like Alex said, I would like to see an introduction of maybe Adam Wharton, or put Eze out on the left. I think Eze has the quality and has shown it. Now's the time to put him in there. And I think when you come up against a team like Denmark, England shouldn't be afraid to go all-out attack and try and win this game 3 or 4-0.
Yeah, in fact, it's just speaking about the person you just mentioned, Eze. Eze is somebody who, naturally, you could see him excelling on the left wing, right? And he's one person who's not scared of taking on defenders, right? He will literally take... I mean, and this is exactly the same quality you have from Saka, from the right. Now, you have Eze and Saka. It shouldn't be a crime starting Foden from the bench or keeping him out. I mean, it doesn't take away the fact that he's a great player. Phil Foden is a world-class player, right? You can't... But if he's not going to play in the wing where he's extremely comfortable in, find somebody who this is who he is naturally. And I see Eze confidently being on the left wing with Saka, bringing in the pressure. Why you have the likes of Bellingham and maybe Declan Rice, like you mentioned, let him flow in, not acting too much of the defensive guy, right? Service Harry Kane, because even in the last game as well, it felt like England were playing without a striker, which was quite weird, to be honest, because knowing the quality you have in Harry Kane, you should be comfortably winning a team like Serbia with at least a 3-0. Now, you are going to face Denmark. This is the point where you want to make sure you have people who are able to service Harry Kane and make sure he's positioning the goal that England deserve.
My only maybe issue with Eze is you look at probably who's going to play at right back for Denmark, and it's Anderson, plays for Crystal Palace. Knows Eze well. That battle would obviously be good to see, but when you think of a player like Eze, maybe he brings that unknown quantity, that attacking flair, but Anderson will know his abilities, he'll know how he plays with him every week, he trains with him every week. So that may be my only doubt about Eze. I don't doubt that he has the quality, but I think maybe in a game like this, I would probably stick with Phil Foden, but who knows? I think Eze has the ability to do a good job.
I mean, Alex Bagley, knowing Gareth Southgate, though, he tends to stick to what he knows, and he's very loyal to his certain players. I don't expect him to be making substitutions. That may just be me. But unless it's necessary due to injury, of course, Do you expect this lineup to shift?
I don't. I expect him to start exactly the same team as he did in the last game, which is frustrating. I do think the midfield is the one that they may change. I think the Mainu being put forward for the press conference and all these different things, maybe that is a hint to him getting a start in midfield. But yeah, I don't expect a change going forward. But look, the thing with the left-hand side, we're talking about the options. It would be almost like, if we had like two really experienced left-sided players that could maybe fill in there, like a Jack Grealish or a Marcus Rashford. We could have played them, but we decided to leave those two at home.
If only we had
There's something I've noticed about Alex today, though. I think Alex is just very proud of the whole Manchester. Let me not say because if you notice, he's mentioned Kobe Mainu, who is obviously in Manchester. No, and he's mentioned Grealish, he's mentioned Marcus Rashford. But fam, listen. Sorry, Alex. Sorry for cutting you. Go on.
Oh, it's all right, but you don't see, I said this about France. They took Dembele and they took all these players because they're experienced international footballers. They didn't take Elise, who is a very good player, probably had a better season than those players, because he's not done it at that stage. And now we're talking about putting Anthony Gordon or Eze into the starting lineup because Foden's not working. When you had at home a £100 million player in Jack Grealish who holds the ball extremely well, we would have changed the game against Serbia, just give him the ball, hold the ball really well. Or someone can get you goals in tournaments like a Rashford. But now we're talking about, is it Eze, Anthony Gordon, good players, but no experience at this level. It was a crazy decision to not just take one of those, one of a Jack Grealish or Marcus Rashford for this situation right now. We've got to play Foden there. He's going to stick with it. It's just, again, it's Gareth Southgate doing Gareth Southgate things.
First of all, I'm not a very huge fan of Jack Grealish. I don't think Jack Grealish is one person who I feel like is just overrated in England. There is nothing special.
He just has really good hair.
No, I totally agree with you. Trust me. There's not, but then again, you would have heard so many people saying that English players are just highly rated because obviously they are English. But Jack Grealish, £100 million player, no, definitely. 40, 50 million, maybe. But then again, if you speak about experience, Alex, what about other teams let's give an example. Arda Güler, how many times has he played for Spain, if you don't mind me? I don't know these statistics.
Spain? Yeah. Real Madrid or Turkey?
Sorry. Oh, my God. Oh,
Which?
man. I don't know
Where are we?
The tea I
for
drank
Turkey?
this morning. Yes.
This is his first major international.
Well, exactly. This is the first time. Now, if we went by Alex's logic about experience, should he be starting for the team? He's gone there. He's giving you one of the best goals in the tournament, right?
But they don't have Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, I don't.
We don't have those players. That's the difference.
The quality, I think, of players.
Those players to do it.
No. Listen, understand where I'm coming from, right? What Alex is saying is experience. Yeah, playing in such stage. This is the Euros. Should we go by experience playing in the Euros, or should we actually go by the quality of the player?
No, of course. How do you get to the entire time? This is what I was saying last week when I was saying, people are picking players based on experience, but then how do these players get the experience?
Well, exactly. Yes, how?
But and to Alex Bagley's point as well, the point is that England have produced so many quality players that they have to pick and choose, whereas Turkey, for example, Arda Güler is their star boy, and he is their best commodity
How were they able to find out that he was the star boy, though?
I think there's two sides to this coin. You look at Mark Gahey in defence. He's never played for England, apart from the Serbia game at a major tournament. He did fantastically. I think he slotted into that defence perfectly. The other side of the coin is you have the experience. Alex was saying you left Grealish, you left Rashford at home. Bring those players because you need them at major tournaments. But, as I said, you won't know until you play those players. So you play Mark Gahey, you find out he played really well. Try it with Eze against Denmark. If he does really well, brilliant. If he doesn't do well, take him off and bring Foden.
This is exactly what I would expect. I would expect the Eze, since this is what he's done for his club, Crystal Palace. He's right. Okay, they're ringing the bell already.
We gotta go. I'm sorry, guys. We have to move along really quickly. Slovenia and Serbia is the final match of the day as well. I think English fans are hoping for a draw in that one. I don't know, Alex, what you guys are going for, but Serbia doesn't have a point in this group, and I expect them to win this match. I think they're going to be hungry. They need the win. If they don't win, They're going home.
I think my issue with Serbia, I think they played brilliantly against England, and Stojkovic said it, the manager, they probably gave us a little bit too much respect, and they'll know that from the England game. They'll come into that Slovenia game knowing they can get the win. They have the quality. They've shown it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going with Serbia.
Yeah. Anything? Serbia, Slovenia?
You see, that one is a very tough one because both countries, they have proven that they have something to offer. You know, they are not joking at all. Listen, sincerely, I cannot tell you what's going to happen there. I just feel like it's going to be a tough one and somebody's going to come out with a win. Who this person is, Sara, Alex, Airpod, Alex, Bowtie, I do not know. Let's see.
Let's see. All right, let's bring up our predictions again for the big match in Spain and Italy because we didn't get to speak so much on... Oh, okay, well, sorry, this is how our predictions are going.
Hey, God have mercy.
Just kidding.
I made a climb up the table.
Hey, God, look at where my name is.
Third place.
Okay,
Whoever
Alex,
put this list together, see
we
me
are
after the
all
show.
in third place. Alex sees his name in third, but because it's alphabetically first, he gets I'm in third.
Wow.
I'm in third too.
Wow.
All right, Klinton, I think the biggest thing is Alex Bagley ahead of all of us, so that's that. And Klinton is...
Myself and Sarah, don't just call me. Myself and you, we are
Sarah,
partners.
I have 6
Aye.
points.
Oh, and what's my point? 5.
Excuse
Fam,
me.
If they
We
were...
all have 6. Why are you coming for me?
Okay, maybe I can't see properly.
Go for Alex. We all have 6 points. Okay, I can't be dealing with this.
Yeah,
Alex,
but what's the difference between you and me, though?
what's different between you and Alex? Take your energy that way. Oh, my goodness. Take it and face it over there. Alex Bagley, you're smashing it right now. And you have 2-1 for Spain this evening, right? Because I think I do, too.
Yeah, I think so. So I think there'll be some. Everyone went for a win yesterday, so I think there'll be a few more changes after today, with a few draws, a few going either way. So it should be an interesting one after today's game in Spain-Italy.
All right, guys. Well, enjoy the Spain and Italy match. It's been an absolute pleasure. We are back again tomorrow. Again, follow us on all of our socials, and make sure you check out Sporty Live tonight ahead of Spain and Italy.
And we shall see you soon again. Everywhere.
What are your friends?
Don't worry, the big boys are coming. I will stay loyal to you as I am to SportyBet. I will keep you safe and secure like Sporty does my winnings. I will share my booking codes with you and only you. I will... yes, I will be your hero, your true Sporty hero.